of the past. As an aspiring historian, he spent his days poring over ancient manuscripts and forgotten legends. When he received a cryptic letter from an unknown sender, detailing the location of a hidden artifact said to hold the power of time itself, he knew he had no choice but to follow its trail. His journey took him to a remote island in the Aegean Sea, where ruins of an ancient civilization lay buried beneath centuries of history. The locals spoke of a lost temple, hidden deep within the cliffs, where time stood still. With nothing but a map and an insatiable curiosity, James set out to uncover the truth. The path was treacherous, winding through dense forests and rocky outcrops. Along the way, he met a fellow traveler, Elena, an archaeologist with her own reasons for seeking the temple. Together, they navigated the perilous terrain, facing obstacles that seemed almost designed to keep outsiders away. After days of searching, they finally stumbled upon the entrance to the temple, concealed behind a waterfall. The air inside was thick with the scent of age-old stone and damp earth. Murals lined the walls, depicting celestial events and figures lost to history. At the center of the chamber stood an ornate pedestal, atop which rested a glowing, intricately carved hourglass. As James reached out to touch it, a rush of energy surged through the room. The walls shimmered, and suddenly, they found themselves no longer in the ruins but in a grand hall, surrounded by figures dressed in the attire of an ancient civilization. They had been transported back in time. Realizing they had mere moments before the portal closed, James and Elena worked quickly to document their surroundings. The people of this lost era seemed unaware of their presence, carrying on their daily lives as if the visitors were mere ghosts of the future. As the energy in the temple began to wane, a voice echoed through the chamber, "History is not just to be studied, it is to be lived." In a flash, they were back in the ruins, the hourglass now dark and lifeless. Though they had no physical proof of their journey, James and Elena carried with them something far greater, an experience beyond time, a secret of the past known only to them. As they left the island, the waves whispered stories of ancient days, and James knew his adventure had only just begun. An enchanting journey through Morocco. The moment I arrived in Marrakesh, the vibrant colors, bustling souks, and the aroma of exotic spices overwhelmed my senses. Morocco had always been a dream destination for me, and now, standing in the heart of its most lively city, I was eager to explore its wonders. My journey began in the famous Jemaa el Fna Square, where snake charmers, street performers, and vendors created an atmosphere of excitement and mystery. I wandered through the labyrinthine alleys of the Medina, getting lost among stalls filled with hand-woven carpets, intricate lanterns, and fragrant spices. I couldn't resist bargaining for a beautifully crafted leather bag, a perfect souvenir of my adventure. The next day, I escaped the city's chaos and traveled to the Atlas Mountains. The scenery changed dramatically as we climbed higher, lush valleys, terraced farms, and traditional Berber villages came into view. I spent the day hiking through breathtaking landscapes, stopping at a small village where locals welcomed me with mint tea and warm hospitality. Their simple yet fulfilling way of life left a lasting impression on me. No trip to Morocco would be complete without a visit to the Sahara Desert. I embarked on a camel trek across the golden dunes of Merzouga, the vast expanse of sand stretching endlessly before me. As the sun set, the sky transformed into a mesmerizing canvas of orange and pink. That night, I sat around a crackling campfire under a star-filled sky, listening to traditional Berber music and feeling a profound sense of peace and wonder. My final stop was the blue city of Chefchaouen, a place unlike any other. The entire town was painted in shades of blue, creating a surreal, dreamlike atmosphere. I spent the day wandering through its winding streets, taking in the beauty of the vibrant walls, colorful flower pots, and welcoming locals who greeted me with warm smiles. Every corner felt like a picture waiting to be captured. As my journey through Morocco came to an end, I reflected on the incredible experiences I had, the warmth of the people, the richness of the culture, and the stunning diversity of landscapes. This country had enchanted me in every way, and I knew that one day, I would return to uncover even more of its magic. As I boarded my flight home, I carried with me not just souvenirs, but unforgettable memories of a land filled with beauty, mystery, and adventure. The Lost Horizon, a journey to the unknown. Ava had always been fascinated by the idea of lost cities, places untouched by modern civilization, hidden deep within uncharted territories. When an old professor handed her a weather journal containing clues to an ancient city rumored to exist in the heart of the Amazon rainforest, she knew she had found her next adventure. Determined to uncover the truth, Ava assembled a small team of explorers, including her childhood friend Leo, a seasoned botanist, and Miguel, a local guide with an encyclopedic knowledge of the jungle. Armed with nothing but the cryptic notes in the journal and their unyielding spirit, they set off into the dense wilderness. The journey was grueling. The oppressive heat, the unrelenting insects, and the treacherous terrain tested their endurance. They waded through chest-deep rivers, climbed jagged cliffs, and hacked their way through thick vines. Every night, they camped beneath the towering canopy, listening to the symphony of the rainforest, wondering if they were getting any closer to their destination. One evening, as they followed a barely visible trail, they stumbled upon a series of ancient stone markers covered in intricate carvings. Excitement surged through the group. The symbols matched those in the professor's journal, indicating they were on the right path. With renewed determination, they pressed forward. Days later, after enduring a near-fatal landslide and an encounter with a territorial jaguar, they finally arrived at the entrance of the lost city. Hidden behind a waterfall, the ruins emerged like a dream from the mist, towering stone temples, crumbling statues, and elaborate murals depicting a civilization long forgotten by time. As they explored, Ava felt an eerie sensation, as if they were being watched. Strange occurrences followed: footsteps in the distance, whispers carried by the wind, and shadows flickering just beyond their line of sight. Miguel, visibly uneasy, warned them that the spirits of the ancient inhabitants might still linger. Their suspicions were confirmed when they discovered an underground chamber filled with artifacts, including a golden pendant inscribed with cryptic symbols. As soon as Ava touched it, the ground trembled, and a hidden passageway opened before them. With cautious excitement, they ventured inside, unaware that they were about to unlock secrets far greater than they had ever imagined. What they found changed everything. The chamber walls glowed with bioluminescent patterns, revealing a story of a civilization that had mastered a form of energy unlike anything known to modern science. It was a power source beyond comprehension, hidden away to protect it from falling into the wrong hands. As they deciphered the last inscriptions, a realization dawned upon Ava: this discovery was not meant to be exploited but preserved. The world was not ready for what lay hidden within these ruins. With heavy hearts, they agreed to leave the city as it was, documenting their findings but vowing to keep its location a secret. As they made their way back through the jungle, Ava felt a sense of fulfillment unlike any other. She had come searching for a lost city but had found something even more valuable: a deeper understanding of history, mystery, and the responsibility that came with knowledge. And so, the legend of the Lost Horizon remained just that, a legend, waiting for the next explorer brave enough to seek the unknown. A breathtaking adventure in New Zealand. From the moment I stepped off the plane in Queenstown, I knew I had arrived in a land of breathtaking beauty. New Zealand, with its snow-capped mountains, crystal clear lakes, and lush green landscapes, was a paradise waiting to be explored. My journey began with an exhilarating bungee jump from the Kawarau Bridge, the birthplace of commercial bungee jumping. As I stood on the edge, my heart raced with anticipation. The moment I leaped, the feeling of weightlessness and the rush of wind against my face was unlike anything I had ever experienced. The thrill of the jump set the tone for the adventure-filled days ahead. Next, I embarked on a scenic drive to Milford Sound, often called the eighth wonder of the world. The journey through Fiordland National Park was just as spectacular as the destination: winding roads surrounded by towering peaks, cascading waterfalls, and mirror-like lakes. As I cruised through the fjord, I marveled at the sheer cliffs rising from the water and the playful dolphins that swam alongside our boat. The mist from Sterling Falls cooled my face, and in that moment, I felt completely connected to nature. Determined to experience more of New Zealand's stunning landscapes, I set out on a trek along the Tongariro Alpine Crossing. The hike took me through volcanic terrain, past emerald lakes, and across rugged craters. Standing atop the red crater, the panoramic view of the surrounding valleys was both humbling and awe-inspiring. The striking contrast of colors, deep reds, bright blues, and earthy browns, made me feel as though I had stepped onto another planet. No trip to New Zealand would be complete without visiting Hobbiton. As a fan of The Lord of the Rings, walking through the rolling green hills of the Shire was a dream come true. I wandered past charming hobbit holes, enjoyed a pint at the Green Dragon Inn, and imagined what it would be like to live in this fairytale world. To end my adventure, I spent a day exploring the geothermal wonders of Rotorua. The bubbling mud pools, steaming geysers, and colorful mineral terraces were a reminder of the Earth's raw power. I also had the chance to experience Maori culture, enjoying a traditional hangi feast and watching a powerful haka performance that left me in awe of their rich heritage. As my time in New Zealand came to an end, I felt a deep appreciation for the land's natural beauty and adventurous spirit. Every moment from the adrenaline-fueled activities to the serene landscapes had left an unforgettable mark on me. As I boarded my flight home, I knew that one day, I would return to this magical place, ready for even more extraordinary adventures.